This is problem number 4 for assessment number 3. In this problem it says, solve for the angle theta where 0 less than or equal to theta less than or equal to 2 pi. They give you cosine squared theta equals 2 plus root 2 divided by 4. So cosine squared theta is obviously not just a regular cosine, it's got a square in it. So this should automatically make you be thinking double angle or half angle formula. So let's go ahead and look at some double and half angle formulas. And my goal with the double and the half angle formulas is to reduce cosine squared to just a cosine. So if you look in this double angle formula, you'll see that I do have some cosine squareds in here, and I have one where it's cosine 2 theta equals 2 cosine squared minus 1. That formula I could use if I wanted to, but I would have to rearrange it. So I'd have to add 1 over and divide by 2, so on and so forth. But if I look at this alternative form for half angles, you'll see that it says cosine squared is equal to 1/2 1 plus cosine 2 theta. I'm going to use that here. So I'm going to write right here cosine squared theta equals 1/2 1 plus cosine 2 theta. So then I'm going to substitute this 1/2 1 plus cosine 2 theta in for cosine squared. So I'm going to take this, replace it in here, and I get 1/2 1 plus cosine 2 theta equals 2 plus root 2 over 4. So now I've reduced cosine squared to just a cosine, and now I can go through and start solving this. Because obviously if I get cosine equal to something, I can find it on the unit circle. Let's start by multiplying everything here by 2. When I multiply everything by 2, I end up with 2 over 1 times 1/2 1 plus cosine 2 theta equals 2 over 1 times 2 plus root 2 over 4. This cancels here, leaving you with 1 plus cosine 2 theta equals 2 and 4 cancel here, leaving you with 2 plus root 2 over 2. Now I'm going to subtract the 1 to this side. When I subtract 1 over, I'm going to find a common denominator. So I have cosine 2 theta equals 2 plus root 2 over 2 minus 2 over 2. I can combine these together to say that cosine 2 theta equals, this will give you 2 plus root 2 minus 2 all over 2. And as you can see, the 2 and the negative 2, they're going to cancel. So I can cross them out. And I end up with cosine 2 theta equals root 2 over 2. Now, because I'm at this spot when you'll see I have double the angle. So anytime you end up with 2 theta or 3 theta or 4 theta and not just theta written inside your parentheses, you have to take 0 less than or equal to theta less than or equal to 2 pi, your domain, and you have to extend that. So I actually have to double this domain. So it should be 0 less than or equal to 2 theta less than or equal to 4 pi. So I'm going to write that again. 0 less than or equal to 2 theta less than or equal to 4 pi. Meaning I've got to find values from 0 to 4 pi because I have double the angle that I started with, right? I started with theta, now I have double that. So I need to find values between 0 and 4 pi. Well, when is cosine 2 theta equal to root 2 over 2? Well, cosine is positive on the right side of the unit circle. So if I pull open the unit circle, I have, on the right side, I have pi over 4, which would be root 2 over 2 for cosine. And I also have 7 pi over 4, which would be root 2 over 2. So 2 of my answers are pi over 4 and 7 pi over 4. So I can say that 2 theta equals at least these two answers, but that was only one revolution around. If I go a second revolution around, I'm essentially adding 2 pi. So a conversion for 2 pi is that 2 pi equals, 2 pi would be equal to 8 pi over 4. So if I add 8 pi over 4 to this, I end up with 9 pi over 4. And if I add 8 pi over 4 to this, I end up with 15 pi over 4. So now I've added 8 pi to this, 2 pi to this and 2 pi to this and got 2 more answers. That's what 2 theta equals. My goal was to find angle theta, so I need to divide by 2 here and then all over here. So I divide by 2 to all these. I end up with theta equals pi over 8, comma, 7 pi over 8, comma, 9 pi over 8, and finally 15 pi over 8. So theta has 4 possibilities, and that would be pi over 8, 7 pi over 8, 9 pi over 8, and 15 pi.